For all of the wonders of bioluminescence in the plains and woodlands of the Earth, there is one place where living light is virtually the key to existence. The world of eternal darkness, the deep sea. The Western Flyer is one of the world's most advanced deep-sea research vessels. In the black depths, there are no edges, no boundaries, nowhere to hide. Predators and prey have therefore had to develop some extraordinary strategies to stay alive, and many do so with the help of light. Dr. Stephen Haddock has spent the last 25 years studying the least known part of our planet, the ocean depths.
I think people look at bioluminescence, this ability to make light, they think of it as a very magical thing, but once you see the diversity and the range of functions that bioluminescence serves for animals in the ocean, it's clear that it's a critical part of the whole ecology of the system.
Until recently, it was all but impossible to collect living bioluminescent creatures from the deep. But this remote submersible, known as the Dock Ricketts, is equipped to do just that. They're trying to find new life and clues as to why light making has evolved in so many forms. In the control room, thousands of meters above, Steve and the crew navigate past alien-like life forms.
Nice. Wow.
But in truth, it is us who are the aliens down here. Although very sophisticated, the Dock Ricketts' own remote cameras are not sensitive enough to record bioluminescence, so they use bright lights to find and film these creatures. To have any hope of observing their light-making powers, the research team needs to bring them to the surface. Gentle suction and remotely controlled canisters are used to delicately scoop up the rare sea creatures. Vampire squid.
Even with it in that. Yes.
Viper fish.
Perfect.
Oh, look at that.
And dragonfish. They don't just sound like something from a sailor's tale of fantasy monsters, they look like them too. This is one of the few dragonfish that has ever been seen alive. And it's one of the even fewer that have been captured unharmed.
Yes! Yay! Oh my God.
Once they arrive on the ship, thousands of meters above their normal environment, there is no time to waste. The enormous pressure change is likely to cause any bioluminescence abilities to disappear. The race is on to try and observe those abilities and understand their functions.
Wow.
In some species, it seems to be defensive, like the circling flashes of the Atolla jellyfish, or the rippling light waves of the Beroe comb jelly. In other species, like this viperfish, light is used not only for defense, but to lure prey. These pyrosomes, colonies of minute translucent creatures, use light to communicate within the colony. The team's experiment shows that as one colony begins to glow, its neighbours light up in response. What could they be saying? Thanks to the delicate sampling methods of the dock rickets, the team are able to observe a living and luminescing dragonfish, a sight few have ever witnessed. Whatever their function, one thing unites all these types of bioluminescence: their otherworldly beauty. And this beauty is the result of an evolutionary arms race, where light is a weapon to blind or deceive. In response, some animals have evolved the most sophisticated and bizarre eyes on the planet. The rare barrel-eyed fish has eyes that can only look upwards through the top of its translucent head, searching for prey above. It's so rare, catching even a glimpse of it alive is a huge achievement. And the same is true for the cockeyed squid. It has one normal eye and one strange upward-looking eye. At this depth, it is too dark for human eyes. But the faintest light from the surface, half a kilometre above, can just reach this twilight zone. Firefly squid normally live at these depths. To prevent themselves from being seen from below, they hide themselves with light. It's a strange paradox. In this dark world, light can be used for camouflage. At close range, the light-emitting cells, called photophores, are easy to see, but from a distance, they break up the outline of the squid and it merges with the background. It's an elegant solution used by many creatures when a silhouette can be a death sentence. In shallower waters, the colour of the light changes, so the squid, as it gets closer to the surface, uses green photophores. The lives of firefly squid are short. When they're only a year old, mated females make their final journey to the surface to spawn. But even in their final moments, they're both spectacular and valuable. All along the coast here, these squid, which die naturally after spawning, are gathered as a local delicacy. It's largely through this fishery that we know anything at all about the firefly squid. Like so many deep-sea creatures, their daily lives are still virtually unknown. What we do know is that their world is dominated by bioluminescence.